learned how to be really good at TikTok shop, became very good at it, and that's how I got into the course.
Brilliant. We'll come back to you with questions, but everyone introduce yourself and tell us what you do. Thank you.
So I am Tam. I started again in January. Started out to resell the UBC. Do you want to say what I do outside of that? So I'm in the middle of creating my own course, which is not digital marketing related, but I'm using the strategies I learned inside of the UBC. It's a parenthood course. So I had a nursery. I ran my own nursery for 7 years. Very successful. I started it at 21. Put my all into it, and at like a blink of an eye, the landlord of his property back, so my business was gone. That's why I was going to this place. But then I realised I know a lot of people from different fields. I know midwives, I know teachers, I know. So I'm going to get everybody's knowledge together and put it in an online platform similar to what these courses are. And that's what I'm in the middle of creating now. So there's midwives in there, there's women that do mental health in there, there's teachers in there, homeschool educators in there, hypnobirthers in there, and yeah, so that's what I do.
Hello everyone, my name is Precious Subani. Digital marketer, social media influencer, if I should say, content creator, former carer, and yes, so that's what
Create
Oh my gosh, yes. Don't worry about that. I created the Ultimate Wealth Academy, UWA, as a result of the experiences I had with people who I initially sold the DBA to. So when I was doing the DBA course, which was the first digital course I started on, I had a mentorship group on WhatsApp, and there were some issues people had starting their journey, some things that should have been in place in those courses that was missing. And I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to do something that is beginner friendly, something that can help people, and ultimately I can offer people my mentorship, because I know people book my mentorship, and my mentorship is about £8,000 for one day. And you can get my course and then get my mentorship for free. So with the UWA, I do weekly mentorships, and then any issue you have, you can come to my social media handles, send me a message, even on WhatsApp. Like, you get me with the course. So rather than be in a different course and you're struggling, so it's more like a course and also a coaching community. So the UWA is a month now, and we have over 300 members in the community, and it's growing. So hopefully by this time next year, we should have a lot more. So
That's amazing. Well done, well done.
Hi everyone. Okay, so my name, I always say that at the beginning of everything, and I say, okay. My name is Adrienne. You might know me as Digital Soul Vibes or the Etsy Queen every time I go into a live. And I sell digital products on Etsy. About to smash 3,000 sales over there. I've also purchased digital marketing courses, but I've actually used what I've learned inside there to actually create a workshop called Etsy in a Day. I've now converted that into a course, which is inside the Digitally Rich community. What kind of really powered me and got me to start my Etsy journey was helping businesses. So I have a real passion for business and entrepreneurship, and I really wanted to create affordable digital products so that people could start their businesses, and then that has allowed me to sort of get repeat sales and things like that on the platform. So that's a little bit about me.
Brilliant, thank you. So what I'd like to ask is, you've obviously answered what led you to your courses, but in terms of the people that are in your courses, what has been the biggest obstacle to you creating your course, and also to the people in your courses learning? Like, what's their biggest obstacle? So let's start with your biggest obstacle to creating your course.
Before I created it, or since I created it?
Before you created it, like, what's your biggest obstacle in going forward and creating it?
This isn't very helpful, but I'm going to be completely honest, I actually just didn't think about it much at all. I didn't, it was kind of, I just came up with the idea and then borrowed my friend's camera, she's a professional camera, wrote down on a kid's easel, a painting easel, all of these ideas, just like sat there for a whole day scribbling down, and then just started creating the course and filming it. I think that really helped me because I didn't get in my own head to overthink it. And I never imagined that it would grow this big. I just thought, oh, I'm going to create my own digital product and just try and help people earn money. Not really realising how big it would get. So I think, yeah, that really was probably the best advice.
You didn't really have an obstacle.
No, sorry. I want to be really inspirational.
As Jack's been saying, get set, on your marks, go. You just have go. Okay, love that for you. But it just goes to show, right, that like sometimes we get in our own way. So just do it. They say jump and find your wings on the way down, right? Or grow your wings on the way down, not find them. Yeah, grow your wings on the way down. And that's what you did, basically. Brilliant. Thank you.
I wouldn't necessarily say that I had an obstacle. I think the most difficult part for me was figuring out what my target audience would need. So like we speak about speaking to people's pain points. So for me, it was doing research into like what are the most subscription apps that parents pay for. Who do I know that provides that information? How can I get them inside of the course? So it wasn't so much that it was an obstacle. It was just about the homework that I'm putting in beforehand to make it successful.
I think mine was, I wasn't really sure anyone was going to buy my course because I was like, okay, I'm African and I'm Nigerian. Would they think I'm smart enough to have a course? So it was more of my self-doubt in the way, which was one of my obstacles. But then I realized people were paying me money to hear me speak. So that definitely means I'm smart somehow. So, and it was also getting the right people who were going to be co-contributors in my course, because I didn't want to just do something just for the fun of it and just so that there is a cost. So I was very intentional, and I had people in Africa at the back of my mind when I was creating my course, because I wanted it to be a course that you could sell to people in Africa and they could get things to do. Like with other courses I had promoted, Amazon is not in Nigeria, Amazon is not in Ghana, Etsy is not there. So when they are getting these courses, aside from reselling it, what is there for them to do? So in my course, I made it so easy that no matter where you are in the world, you can find something to do. So it's easy for those who are resellers, and it is good for those who are buying. Even without reselling, you have something in the course to learn. So it took a lot of hard work to do that, but yeah.
Well done. Brilliant. Thank you.
So what was my biggest obstacle in creating the course? Okay, so I think for me it was probably like a mindset piece as well, as has been mentioned, and just thinking, you know, do people want to know this? And, you know, like it's just Etsy. You know, that's kind of like what I thought, and it's easy. It's easy for me, but it's realising that it's not easy for everyone. And so something that I do really easily could actually be quite challenging for people who don't do it as much as I do. So it was just kind of like recognising that first of all, and recognising the value in the knowledge that I hold from my journey, and recognising how powerful that is. So understanding actually, well, what does it look like when someone starts an Etsy store and it's all just completely wrong? That impacts them. What does it look like when you start an Etsy store, you don't understand how Etsy works, you are struggling. So it's just understanding actually how can I use what I know, as simple as it feels to me, but actually it is valuable to other people. So what I'm able to do now is what kind of took me maybe 6 months to get right, people can get right from day one. So they're already 6 months ahead of when I started, because they have learned from me.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. I wanted to ask, everyone here obviously has knowledge enough to have created their own course. But I know that imposter syndrome can get in the way, because as much as you have knowledge, there are moments when you probably, like Adrian is saying, don't believe your knowledge is valuable enough. So what do you do to combat imposter syndrome? Because the fact of the matter is, everyone in here has some knowledge that they can give out, but something will stop them in saying it's not valuable. What do you do to combat that? And don't say nothing again, Katie. Okay.